guys, Miss Jen here from the Discovery Museum, and you might be wondering what I'm doing decorating a tree right now in the middle of April. I am celebrating Earth Day, and I am decorating my tree with some strands of popcorn that will be perfect snacks for the neighbors. The birds, that is, and maybe the squirrels. So I have some strands of popcorn and I am stringing them about my tree in a decoration style. I've got some garland here, and I think that it not only makes my tree look beautiful, it's a fun way to celebrate Earth Day. It's also a great way to take care of the animals, the wildlife that live in my backyard. Do you guys want to do the same? Come on, let's go! So as we think about Earth Day being a day where we take care of the earth and we protect the animals that live there, we also want to celebrate Earth. And so I found a great way to do all three. So I have a container of popcorn, and even though popcorn is delicious for eating, what I'm going to use this popcorn for is to feed the birds. Now I'm going to also be celebrating because I'm going to take this popcorn and I'm not just going to throw it out in my yard. I'm going to take it and I'm going to string it on a string, and then I'm going to make garland and I'm going to decorate a tree out in my yard or at the museum. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some thread and a needle. Now it doesn't have to be a really sharp needle, but it does need to be kind of big because my string is kind of big. Now I am going to, now this is great because it's great for hand-eye coordination. It's also great for your fine motor skills. You might need to lick the thread, and then you're going to thread the needle, and then very carefully you're going to use the needle to put the popcorn on the string, and then you're going to kind of spread it out so it's almost like garland, like the kind of garland that you might put on a Christmas tree. So now I have got my needle threaded, so I've got my thread, and I'm going to very carefully poke these pieces of popcorn to thread them on the string. And so I'm going to move it down to the bottom of the string. Careful that your string doesn't come off of your needle while you're doing this. Again, fine motor skills. And you're going to put it onto your thread, and you're going to kind of stretch them out as you go. And then once I have this entire thing, once I have my entire container of popcorn, that's a lot of popcorn, so I might need a couple of different pieces of garland. But once you have your garland on, your popcorn on your garland, you can take your garland and put it out on your tree outside, and you'll be feeding the wildlife. So now you might get some squirrels that eat this, and that's okay. We're taking care of the Earth's inhabitants, so that means all the animals that are in your yard. So squirrels and birds can eat this, and it's a healthy option. I did not put any salt or butter. I used coconut oil on my popcorn, and I popped mine. I have a jar of kernels, but you don't have to. You can use the popcorn that you happen to have in your cabinet. And if you happen to have some for your quarantine snacks, maybe you can snack on it while you're making your garland. And then this is a fun activity to go outside and pop some garland, no pun intended, to pop some garland onto your tree out in your yard. You can also use it in the neighborhood. So if there's a neighborhood tree that you happen to have access to, as long as it's okay, or maybe it's your neighbor's tree that you want to see if you can put this garland on. But we're going to take care of our neighbors, our animal neighbors, by putting some garland on their trees for them to enjoy a little snack right along with us.